Hello.
Oh my God.
How is everybody? Welcome back,
exciting.
everybody. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Bible Prophecy and Truth.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in a fabulous mood today. So we're going to talk about the war as it's happening and the biblical prophecies about war, the signs that Jesus gave, and the sixth trumpet war, of course, and whether this relates to any of that or not. So welcome.
Welcome back, everybody. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Rumble. And make sure you turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any great uploads. And share the show with everyone you know.
Yep. My new toy. So welcome, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Diane will be with us shortly, I'm sure. So when she does, we'll just bring her in. So when we talk about the biblical prophecies related to war, one of the things we're always talking about is the signs that Jesus gave that would herald his coming. And one of those is wars and rumors of wars. And we've looked at websites that have, global conflict and how much war is going on. And then, of course, we have major war going on right now on multiple fronts. So we have that. And then we have in Revelation 9, we have the sixth trumpet, which is, is an army. So we know this is a war that's happening during this trumpet. And there's an army of 200,000, which is 200 million soldiers in this army. So does that fit right now? Well, no, because neither Iran nor the U.S. has 200 million soldiers. So one of the things we're looking at is whether or not China is going to get involved. Is this, some people might say, well, this is just going to be another, forever war like Afghanistan or something like Iraq. And, we can't know for sure at this point. But I have a feeling that this is a pivotal point in human history and God's prophetic timetable. And, I'm not prophesying, I'm not saying God told me this or anything, but it just seems like this is a very pivotal point where, as you've talked about, how Trump is going to bring both peace and war. And so when we talk about that and we think about what's going on right now and the prospects of this bringing both peace and war is actually very likely. Mm-hmm. Hey, Diane, welcome.
Hello, Jody.
And Jody, welcome. So when you talk about Trump bringing both peace and war, the Abraham Accords or, what's going on in Gaza could turn into a forced two-state solution. And then, of course, the war that's happening right now could escalate if China and Russia and North Korea, the BRICS nations try, get involved and it becomes a much bigger war at that point, which could then, of course, turn into the sixth trumpet. Now, remember, though, the sixth trumpet is not the war itself. The sixth trumpet is what's going to end the war, because a third part of mankind dying will end the war. The war could be going on for years before that. There's nothing that says that it has to be short or long or what's going on. We just have a description of the war and kind of some of the things that John saw. So there's a lot of possibilities, and that's why we're really kind of watching this particular time right now, because it really does seem pivotal. And I could be wrong. It could just be that it's a war that takes place and passes, and it's just one of the wars and rumors of wars that Jesus talks about that must come to pass, as he said, and it's the beginning of sorrows, but the end is not yet. So we know we have at least a bare minimum of 7 years, but it could be 10. We don't know. We can't say for sure. So we're watching, and we're just watching as things progress with an eye for biblical prophecy. So that's what we're doing. So how's your day, Diane?
Good.
Awesome. So I have lots of news to share about the war and some other things. One of the things that Trump said was, there was a thing about everybody's trying to convince, not everybody, but some certain people are trying to convince the world that Israel forced Trump to go to war. Trump actually says that it's the other way around, and he thinks that he forced Israel to do it. They would have done it without him, but he forced them to do it at that time because all of the intel gave them Khomeini outside of his bunker, and so they decided to do it now. And the whole thing, Iran's tried to assassinate Trump at least twice that we know of. And so this is what Trump said: I got Khomeini before he got me. And that's kind of the truth of the matter. So, and then Hegseth confirmed that Iran tried to kill Trump, and the United States targeted and killed the assassination team leader that was involved in the assassination attempt. So they're literally just taking out their enemy that's trying to kill them. I mean, that's literally the truth of the matter.
Well, Khomeini, or whatever anybody's calling him, he was also threatening other people in Trump's first term, saying that he was going to assassinate them.
And Khomeini's been like that for 37 years. Yeah, that's true.
So this is not an isolated case.
And but the big difference is that there have been threats in the past that never materialized to anything. These threats have actually had 2 assassination attempts that we know of from Iran, specifically trying to kill Trump. So, and then Iran is trying to create a new regime. They're trying to put new leaders in place. Israel actually struck, and this is what you were telling me about the other day, Israel struck a building where they were having Iran's Council of Experts selecting a new supreme leader. There was 88 people, which they think most of them were there, and they completely wiped it out. So that was like the first gathering where they were trying to create a new, just like right after Khomeini was killed, they were trying to create a new government to just continue along the same lines the regime was doing. And then, so they took that out, but then what's happened just now is that Iran has chosen the son of Khomeini to be the new supreme leader. So Khomeini Jr. is now the Ayatollah of Iran.
But they're going to kill him. And
Israel says that they're going to kill him.
I heard that they already did, but apparently not.
I haven't heard any of that.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know for sure, but I haven't heard that that's the case. So, but they're definitely going to try, right?
And they probably will succeed.
Yeah, because this would mean that absolutely nothing would change. the son would take over in his father's footsteps and continue this evil dictatorial regime that just is, his father's regime slaughtered 40,000 protesters, the people of Iran. And of course, this man would follow in his footsteps.
I think the citizens are going to kill him because he can't stay in hiding forever. Not if he's going to run a country.
Yeah, you can't live in a bunker and run the country, no. Right? So he's going to be in danger. That's for sure. Israel's intelligence is going to find him, which is exactly what happened with Khomeini, right? The intelligence showed that Khomeini was, Trump said it'll be 10 to 15 days, we'll decide whether or not they're going to comply. And I think that was really a ruse just to make them relax. And so Khomeini came out of his bunker to go to a meeting, and that's when they went in and took him out, and all of his leadership. So
yeah, and his son now is probably thinking, boy, do I think I can do this in a bunker or what? Because they will find me.
I know.
The United States will find him.
Yeah.
Oh, they will. It's only a matter of time.
And you know what's the saddest thing about this literally is that these people, just like the Bible says, that they think they're doing God service. But they're serving the devil. And these people really do think that they're worshiping the true God, and that Allah is God, and that they have, the spiritual realm behind them. They really do think that. And they think that, if they commit suicide bombings, that they're going to be rewarded in heaven, and, all of the things that Satan taught when he created Islam to lure men into this evil religion. And Iran is just a product of that. All of these people believe that they're serving their God, and they are. The problem is they don't realize that their God is Satan, and they're absolutely doing his bidding. That's why, Iran or not just Iran, but Islam as a whole is a religion of hatred. And that's what Satan just loves: chaos, murder, death, suffering. That is what Satan loves, and that's what he's got is the basis for this religion, which is just crazy. And then the crown prince, of course, says he's ready to assume temporary control as soon as he's allowed to return, because he was exiled from Iran, and he's ready to come back and resume his role as the crown prince and help reestablish a new Iran, outside of the regime's control. But until they stop what's happening, because they took out the entire top leadership, and then they took out all the people that were meeting to establish a new regime. But now they've appointed the son of Khomeini, and there's, of course, there's all kinds of lieutenants that have now been promoted and now just establishing a new military leadership. So the thing that Trump has said, and the same thing with Netanyahu, is that they're committed to continuing and finishing this, and they're not going to be done until it changes. And
and like I was saying before, those citizens, if they don't want him in power, they'll go after him. He's not safe in his own country.
Yeah, and that's what Trump said specifically, is that we're trying to we're trying to make it possible for the people of Iran to take over and eliminate the regime on their own. So we'll see what happens, of course. And then Obama, Biden were weak-kneed, cowardly appeasers. And this is true in a sense, except for the fact that they really were just doing their master's bidding. Obama and Biden are very far down on the totem pole puppets. You know, they were just being used by the people that rule this world. And they, you know, while granted, the president of the United States is a very, very powerful man, in the secret society, they were low on the totem pole. So they were just doing what they were told, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So Iran hit Beersheba, another attack. They've continued launching rockets, and the thing is, every time they launch a barrage of rockets or they launch drones, then intelligence points out where they came from, and they take out the site like very quickly.
Yeah.
So as soon as they launch something, it gets blown up, so they can't do it again. And they're taking out their missile launching capabilities, their drone launching capabilities, a bit at a time. Every time they do something, they just take more of it out. So it could be short and it could be long, depending.
Yeah,
and this is one thing,
because you think, you know, it's like, I know where this is going, but it could totally surprise us.
True. Yeah. We think that this is going to lead to biblical prophecy, but it could just be one of those, you know, wars and rumors of wars that Jesus said would herald is coming. It doesn't have to be the lead up to the sixth trumpet.
Yeah.
But something is going to lead to the sixth trumpet. And China is almost certainly going to be that 200 million man army. So if China reacts to this and goes to war, then that very well could be the war that is ended at the sixth trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to wait and see. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of people did not know was that, you know, for the past 20 years, people have been saying Iran's 2 weeks away from a nuclear bomb, right? Year after year after year. And they actually boasted before Trump went in and took out all of their nuclear sites. They boasted of being able to produce 11 nuclear bombs.
Well, that's what started the whole thing.
Right. This is why Trump went in and took out all of their nuclear sites.
Yeah.
Because a nation...
They weren't afraid.
Yeah. And a nation that says, we want to blow Israel off the map as their stated goal, can't have a nuclear bomb. They cannot be allowed for them to have a nuclear bomb when they've stated that they want to use it to kill people. It's not for defense, right? We have massive arsenals of nuclear weapons, and it's all just so you don't attack me. Don't attack me, and I won't throw nuclear bombs at you. That's really what the whole Cold War was about. It's really why we have massive arsenals of nuclear weapons. It's not so that we can blow people up and kill them. It's peace through strength, as Trump's motto, right? We've got all these nuclear bombs, and if you attack us, we'll do what we did in World War II with Japan. So don't attack us. That's the premise of it, right? But then, of course,
so maybe America will be the one to do it.
You never know.
Never know.
Especially we don't know who's going to be the next president. We don't know what's going to happen after Trump.
Yeah.
Anything could happen tomorrow.
We don't know what's going to happen with our country.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't field 200 million army.
Right.
Unless
have the
another
soldiers.
country, another couple countries go on our side.
Right.
You just don't
Now,
know.
India has the population. So if we were to start a war and India joined us, then that certainly could be it. But India doesn't have the military infrastructure that China does to actually be able to field an army of 200 million.
But I thought China's people were starving.
Well, there are people in China that are starving, but China as a whole is not starving. China is a very thriving first world country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have very, and it's like I was saying, you know, they've actually got, you know, real documentation showing that China is building these humongous troop carriers, you know, and there's only one reason to build these gigantic troop carriers is if they want to take massive amounts of soldiers across the water and land on somebody's shore. You know, that's the only reason to build those.
Yeah.
It's certainly not for defense. It's for offense. So, I mean, it's going to happen, right? We know that the Sixth Trumpet War is going to happen, and we know that we're in the end time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of time, and it's not going to be that long. This generation that's alive today will not pass away before all is finished. We know that because literally every sign that Jesus gave is coming to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then another thing too is, you know, Iran is responsible for 869 U.S. military personnel's deaths over the last 50 years. And so, you know, people that say, you know, the United States launched an unprovoked attack, hello, wake up, right? Iran has been killing U.S. soldiers for a long time, and they've attempted to assassinate our president. They're launching missiles at Israel, one of our allies. I mean, this is not an unprovoked attack by any means at all. And then this is kind of a cool little video here, because this is Israel's laser defense system in use. It's really cool. They're zapping these missiles as they launch. So I'm going to play this little video because to me, this is pretty cool stuff, watching this laser defense system. Oh. Oh, there's no sound anyway. But see, you can see the missiles are going, and then the laser's taking them out. As soon as they launch, the laser just takes them out. That's so cool.
Wow.
I know.
So that's
awesome.
where your money's going.
Yeah. As soon as they launch, just zap them with the laser.
So the light that you see going up, that's a missile?
Right. The missiles are launching, and then they're getting blown up before they even get off, barely get off the ground. Yeah, that is so cool. I just think
they just can't get anywhere.
It's like they're just duds.
Yeah. They launch and then boom, they're done. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
See, they are very, very high-tech, advanced in their military.
Yeah.
And they're such a tiny little country, and they
need
really
things
advanced.
like that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And you know what I've always thought is, you know, this tiny little country that's really only existed for a few decades. I mean, for 2,000 years, there was no Israel. Their land was desolate. And they've come back just a few decades ago. I mean, less than 100 years ago. And they are like one of the most advanced technological countries in the world.
They have a great army.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, you know, it's like a lot of very advanced new discoveries come out of Israel.
Yeah.
And you know what? My personal opinion, God chose to put his name there. God made promises to Abraham, and Israel is not going to be destroyed as Satan wants to do through Islam.
Mm-hmm.
It is not
He's
going to
going
be
to try,
destroyed.
but it's not going to happen.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool seeing stuff like that. I love it. And here's what Trump said. He said that we haven't even started hitting them hard. The big wave hasn't even happened. And Hegseth said the same thing, that, you know, we just started, and the big stuff hasn't come yet. So, you know, they're going to take out every single vestige of the Iranian regime. It'll be completely, utterly wiped out. All of their military capabilities. You know, if you think about it, all their underground, you know, these big, huge underground storage where they have all these missiles stored and everything. We probably know where all that stuff is. Well,
that's why I just keep thinking, man, forced peace. It's coming.
Yeah.
Because they won't have anything to fight with. And
Yeah.
they're going to want to build up their arsenal again. So they're going to say,
let's do this. Yeah, exactly. They'll agree and delay so they can build up their forces again. Exactly.
That's what they're good at, delaying.
Yes. Yeah, and lying in your face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trump says Iran's top successors were wiped out. 48 senior leaders were killed. And of course, we know that Israel took out the group that was going to name a new successor, but then they've still named Khamenei's son as the new Ayatollah. So we'll see what happens. Literally, the next few days are really going to show a lot of where this is going to go. I still haven't even heard anything about China responding to this.
Or Russia.
So,
what's Russia going to do?
Quiet.
Yeah, well, Russia has been pretty vocal about this is not okay. You're crossing red lines. This is total, you know, this is not, you know, Russia's really mad about it. China, I haven't heard anything.
Or from North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Or Cuba. Are they on our side or theirs? No, they're on North Korea's side, aren't they?
Well, Cuba's,
Venezuela.
Communist.
Yeah.
But there's, I don't have it on my list here, but I did see articles about Trump's next target is Cuba. So Venezuela, Iran, Cuba. I mean,
only 90 miles away.
Well,
Bam.
but they're all the countries like Venezuela and Cuba, and all of those countries are so close to the United States, and he needs to get a handle on it. That's what he's doing.
And China is using those countries
for oil
to bring their presence closer to the United States.
And that's why he needs to go in and take control, because otherwise we're going to be like Israel. We're going to be like Israel. We're going to have all these countries around us ready to bomb us.
I think he's thinking about the countries that are around us, who he can trust, who he can get on our side, and what he can offer them.
Right.
He's
and he's making trade deals. He's trying to make everything good for the world, right? Everything that was happening in the last many decades, has just been to the literal detriment of the United States and literally to the world, because the economy of the world is very dependent on the United States. And they're trying to destroy the US, which will really destroy much of the Western world.
Yeah. And I don't think Germany really has much of a military, but they love America.
Germany
They'll
has,
fight with America.
Germany's
Germany?
actually building their military
Oh.
by leaps and bounds recently, in recent years.
I didn't know they were pro-America.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Some people, I mean, there's some Germans that will picket outside of a base because they want us to go home. They don't want our military there. But if our military wasn't there, they would be stomped on.
Oh.
Well, and
Maybe that's how South Korea feels.
right, because we went in and brought the wall down, and
Yeah.
Germany is once again thriving after that. Yeah.
Right. And that's the way South Korea is. South Korea loves Americans. Now,
We
not
saved
all.
them.
Not all. There
Yeah.
are still some generations that are a little
Right.
like, yeah,
But we
America.
saved them from the Kim Jong-uns of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Iranians are absolutely celebrating as missiles are raining down on their cities because we're doing targeted, very, very targeted pinpoint strikes, taking out military sites and military leadership. So they're so happy that, Trump is actually living up to his promise.
Oh, yeah. And there's Iranians living here in the United States that are holding up the American flag and everything.
Yes, they are.
Celebrating.
They were doing the Trump dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And they're in some of these Democrat cities and states doing that, like New York City.
Yeah. So,
They're cheering.
and then, what I've been talking about is what's like Iran going to do with the Strait of Hormuz? Well, they're moving to close it. And they took out one of they attacked one of Saudi Arabia's oil refineries, a huge one that is right near the Strait of Hormuz, and a lot of oil gets processed there. They had to shut it down. And that's why you saw gas prices go up at the pump.
Yeah.
But we fully expect those to go back down once this, little spike is over. So give it time.
Well, he said that he was going to open it. Trump.
Well, here's what Trump's doing.
Oh, yeah.
So global air traffic was slammed by the Gulf shutdown, of course. And we're expected to continue maybe 4 to 5 weeks, where it was 1 week. Now it's 4 to 5. But here's what Trump's doing is we're going to move our Navy into escort tankers through Hormuz. So we're going to populate the Hormuz with our own ships.
Security.
And escort the tankers through so that oil can still flow.
That's great. Oh,
So that's what's going on right now. And well, Iran has mobile rocket launchers and that they're going to try to take out the ships that are being escorted through there.
But see, I'm not really too concerned about Iran at this point. I'm like you. I'm really concerned about China because they're not saying anything.
Yeah.
And that's kind of disconcerting. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, it's like it's like when your child is quiet, you're like, what are they up to?
Yeah, you have to go find them and see what they're doing. Yeah. So that's the thing that I'm waiting to see what China's going to do.
Because they're waiting for us to get into all these wars with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. That's what China literally wants us to be involved in wars and multi-front wars.
Wars. They said they want us to be involved in 4 wars.
And because we really couldn't do beyond that. So if we're involved in enough war, then they can go take Taiwan and we have no way to stop them. So
But China or Xi Jinping keeps killing all of his important guys. There's he has no support. That's the problem. Hi, Sheila.
Let them have Taiwan. It's going to be underwater pretty soon anyway. Especially if China starts with their nuclear bombs and everything, they're going to be wiped out anyway.
Yeah, and we're trying to get away from being reliant on Taiwan for chips. So
yeah,
that's the whole reason that we're worried about Taiwan, really. And Taiwan is kind of, under our protection.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to let China just go in there and take over.
No. Love you too.
So, hey, Sheila.
Love you too, Sheila.
Love you too. Yeah, welcome. So that's I'm waiting to see what happens there. The U.S. has deployed over 50,000 troops. That was like 50,000. Most of it is Navy, of course. And there's more. I've got another thing here later on, I guess, where Iran is actually sending troops. There's troops going into Iran from Iraq right now, as we speak, going in.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries that are on board with joining us in this now.
France, Greece, and what was the other country? Maybe Germany?
Turkey?
No.
Definitely not Turkey.
I don't know, but Greece, France, and another country are ready to send troops in to the area to help us.
Yeah, so it's
to go against Iran.
I kind of feel that's why I think, I kind of don't see this as another forever war with it like Afghanistan. I see things moving that feel like God moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I kind of think this is not just going to be another war. This is a pivotal point.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to get there anyway, right? Yeah. Why not now?
And it is going to get there. Yeah. So this could be it. And it just feels like this is going to be more significant than just a war.
Yeah, because people are just really tense.
So the U.S. has so far sunk 17 Iranian ships. That's like pretty much the whole Iranian Navy, 2,000 targets, and Trump says that Tehran forces are largely knocked out. They're running out of missile launchers because, like I said, every time they launch missiles, they hit the site immediately. If they launch drones, well, then they've got a target. That's where the drones came from.
Smart.
And so we're whittling them down where they have no ammunition left. When they have no ammunition, they can't do anything.
Force peace.
Force peace. We're gonna get it one way or another.
So I hope this happens quickly. I would hate to see China get involved in this, but we do know that the sixth trumpet's coming. So
either this is the beginning or
maybe they will try to launch some missiles or something or nuke somebody and it'll all go really bad and they'll wipe out their own country.
Like
they could have done
anything could happen. Yeah.
You just never at this point I'm tending to believe stuff like that because weird things are going on.
Yeah. And supernatural events. Yeah. And God can really do anything.
And Bitcoin is going back up.
I hope so.
I knew it would.
It's at 70.
It took a dump, but it's going to rise again. I'm not worried about Bitcoin. Yeah. Definitely. So, yeah.
I know Annie wants to know that.
Yeah.
It's like Bitcoin.
I check it every day.
Do you? Yeah, it's like 74 or something.
Yeah, so it's rising again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't just Israel, which Trump said it wasn't even Israel, but the Saudis also encouraged Trump to take out the Ayatollah regime
Yeah.
because, like I said last live,
Or their
you know, Iran and Saudi Arabia are enemies and have always been enemies. And Saudi Arabia likes the United States because they like our protection, because
like Canada.
They have no military to defend themselves against Iran if Iran chose to attack them. So they always like to be frenzies with the United States because of
Are
that.
they south of
just
Iran?
Like Canada. Yeah. What?
Is Saudi Arabia south of Iran?
Yes, south and west of Iran.
South and west.
If you go to Iran, go across the strait and then down.
Aren't they
There's
on a board,
Saudi
on the
Arabia is
border?
right over there.
Aren't
yeah.
they on the border?
They're on the other side of the water. Yeah, very close to Iran. Yeah.
That's why they always want to like sign any peace treaty or sign any, like the first term, the Abraham Accords. They were right on board with it.
They always
it's
want
not
to be
because they
friends.
like us, it's because they need us.
Yes.
And what about the it was an American embassy or something American that Iran shot a missile or a couple missiles at and blew it up. Did they blow it up? What happened in Dubai?
There was an attack in Saudi Arabia, the U.S. embassy, and it didn't hurt much. There was a small fire, but the attack was significant. You know, it really made Saudi Arabia angry because
they're only used to living with gold toilets and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden they've never had to worry about war. Now all of a sudden there's buildings being shot at and they're like, what do we?
They don't touch that building or that one or that one or that one or that one.
They're like the rich kids. They're like the rich kids.
That's where the rich people hide their money.
Our richness.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia has been a rich country for a long time.
Oh,
yeah.
And then, a 99-year-old Ayatollah Shirazi declares jihad against the U.S. and Israel. Imagine that.
So, gone.
Well, he's 99.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, if they shoot a little something next to his building, he may have a heart attack. I don't,
He's 99. He's not going to last long anyway. But,
he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he's screaming for jihad against the U.S. And come on.
Yeah.
This is why we're so upset because they're not.
Yeah, they want to kill us.
Peace.
They want to kill us. They've said so, and they're trying to, and they've attacked us. So it's this is not unprovoked.
People over here.
Yeah.
Sleeper cells
a lot
here.
of those 25 million that came across our border were Iranian Muslims coming in to establish.
And Afghanistan too. A lot from that
region there.
Scam.
So there's lots and lots and lots. There's millions of them here.
Oh yeah.
Working. Yes. And all of the known criminals, like the high profile criminals, are typically Venezuelan or Mexican gang members, these people that
cartels.
A few hundred cartels that were, ICE is getting rid of are all those. And I'm glad, but they don't even know where all of these Muslims
I don't think
are.
they've scratched the surface.
Probably in all the new mosques they're building around the United States.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And they're going up fast.
Yeah. And in training camps across the nation. Yeah. So that's the thing. No negotiations with the U.S., Iran declares. Well, we're not negotiating anymore.
Yeah, we aren't.
We're saying you do what we say or we're going to beat you up.
Yeah, and
we're in the act of beating them up right now until they relent.
Yeah, we are on high alert right now.
And then this is the thing, the sleeper cells, the FBI, Kash Patel is saying that they're on high alert because they know that there are sleeper cells here, and there's, they're waiting to see what's going to happen, with the major leadership of Iran being taken out. They may be waiting for a new boss to tell them what to do, but that new boss is going to be there very quickly.
I'm just hoping that the protesters that were out there
do something,
go after themselves. It's your country. Take it over.
Yeah,
it's
take
your
it
government.
back.
Exactly, and that's what they said. We took out your leadership. We're making a way for you to take over your country. So, but we have to see, the Iranians don't have weapons, right? So they can't go in and take over until the military is taken out. Otherwise, they'll just slaughter another 40,000 of them, like they've already done. So we have to take out their military capabilities in order for them to be able to do that.
And they're also saying that in Europe too, that there's going to be a lot of sleeper cells too, all over the world, all over the world.
Yeah. So we'll see. We haven't seen, the one guy in Texas, he was definitely a Muslim. He had Iranian stuff on his shirt and his clothing.
Property of Allah.
So, but then even under that, he had a shirt that had Iranian stuff on it.
That's right.
So he was, he seems like a lone wolf, but he was just one of their operatives that was, if they activate many cells and lots of those people, we could see lots of attacks simultaneous, we're in a very short period of time. So that's what we're on high alert about.
The weekends.
Yeah, you just don't want to be in big crowds, because that's where they're going to cause the damage is in big
That's what they're going to look for
place
to attack, so they can get as much death as they can. That's their goal.
And summer's coming now, so it's spring, it's starting to warm up, and all the crazies start coming out.
They come out of the woodwork.
This is when a lot of riots and stuff happen in the summer.
Yeah, because the protesters don't like it when it's cold.
Well, there were some that came out that didn't get bothered by the
Yeah, that's true. And here's what I was talking about earlier. Iran's Quds force they threatened to strike. Oh, wait, this is not what I was talking about. This is a different thing. This is these special ops. So if you think about American special ops, right? These very highly trained operatives. This is what the Iranian Quds force is their special ops. And they're threatening to strike the U.S. homeland. It's a branch of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. So this all ties right into the sleeper cells and what's going on and how many of them are here on our soil already. And that's the thing that the FBI is on high alert for. And Iran poses an ongoing threat after Khamenei's death, of course, because there's still a lot. There's a lot of Iranians that want peace, that want to get out from under this, but there's still a lot of Iranians that hate the U.S. There's a lot of Iranians that were on the same side as the regime.
And that really surprises me, because you've got women who are mourning his death. This woman here is holding up a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like that video we saw of a while ago where I showed this, it was a Palestinian Muslim mother who was celebrating her son's
death,
suicide death, praising Allah because her son martyred, and that's they brainwash their women to think like that. You should have many children and many sons so that you can send your sons to go and die for Allah. That's the mindset that they teach them. They brainwash them, and they literally beat it into them. Yeah. Like literally. Yeah. So it's it's sad. It's very sad, but they're driven to this by their own
because
people.
even though he's dead, they're still living under his law.
Yes. And that's what happens to the North Koreans, that even though their president is is so evil and starving them, they're told to praise him, and that it's like Stockholm.
Yeah.
That's their dear leader.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
they don't want to get killed either. The people in North Korea.
Yeah.
Well,
and these people right here don't want to get beat up.
Yeah.
They don't want to get beat up. You know, it's not a choice, really. That's why.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's sad. And then, you know, the State Department's warning Americans to leave Middle East nations because, you know, they're getting, U.S. consulates are getting attacked all over the Middle East. So, you know, if you're an American in the Middle East, you probably ought to go somewhere for a while.
We need one of those laser things so they can't hit us.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, you know, Intel assessment warns of Iranian attacks on the U.S. You know, another article warning us about the sleeper cells and the capabilities that Iran has through its proxies. Because it's not just what's in Iran. They have military all over the world, literally. And this is what you were asking about. Yes, the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia was hit. But it didn't do much damage. Nobody was hurt, and it's caused a small fire. But there was some damage done, and you know, and it was an attack on Saudi soil. So they're pretty angry about it.
Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Yusuf, welcome, brother.
Nice to see you.
Praying for you too, as well, brother.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, U.S. embassies are closing in 3 Gulf countries: Beirut, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia, getting their people out of there. So this is far from over. That's for sure.
I think it's going to last longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, Trump is saying maybe a few weeks now, but that's kind of optimistic too.
That woman's wearing the whole head thing, whole face covered and everything.
And she has to.
I know.
It's so sad.
Yeah. And then
because her family will kill her if she doesn't.
I'm going to play a few minutes of this video because it really makes some good points about, you know, not just the sleeper cells, but some other points. It's pretty good. Just watch. Hopefully the sound is...
Who said the president would get bored? But Secretary of War Pete Hegseth also saying that we'll be in this conflict until all of our goals are met. How do you envision the next few weeks playing out here?
Well, I think what we're going to do is continue to degrade the military, dropping bombs. Every time they shoot off another set of drones, that gives us a target. We can see where it's happening from. So I think you're going to see us continue to degrade the military, degrade the police that's putting down Iranians who are simply trying to live in freedom, and just weaken the regime over and over and over again until the Iranian people have the capability to step up on their own. I think that's the focus. We want the Iranian people who clearly want to live in peace. 40,000 of them died simply protesting to say, let us be free. We want them to stand up, take over their country, and be a country that screams friend to America, not one that screams death to America.
Yeah, great point.
So, Congressman, when you get back to Washington, D.C., we know that there's going to be a planned vote on a war powers resolution that would basically strip the president of his authority to finish the job. Now, I understand Speaker Mike Johnson called.
So FYI, right before our live stream started, I saw where the Senate struck that down. So it's not going to happen. Just to let you know.
Is the prospect frightening? What do you think your colleagues will do, especially those on the other side of the aisle? I think this is going to backfire on Democrats.
Well, look, everything they're doing is backfiring. These are the same people last week who said they prioritize foreigners over Americans. Right now, there's going to be 2 votes. There's going to be a vote. People need to understand right now, the Department of Homeland Security, literally the people whose job it is to protect America, that part of our government is shut down. We are going to vote to reopen it over Democrat objections. And Democrats right now are whipping votes to keep it closed. So their priority is keep the Department of Homeland Security closed and stop us from fighting Muslim terror. It is insane. The Democratic Party does not want to see America succeed. They are standing with those who want to kill us. It's outrageous, and we need to call it out.
You know, Congressman, to further your point, I know you posted on X yesterday in response to the shooting at the Austin, Texas bar, saying sleeper cells are no longer sleeping. The alleged shooter there was wearing a sweatshirt that said "Property of Allah" underneath that sweatshirt. He had on a T-shirt with the flag of Iran. With the Department of Homeland Security still working without a budget, still shut down, how concerned are you about more types of these attacks?
Well, I'm personally concerned. In the case of that shooter, he had tweeted some creepy stuff at me, someone uncovered as a result of that, as they were going through his social media feed. Yeah, we don't no longer have sleeper cells. These cells are out and they're active. Just look at all of the imams at all the mosques that mourned the death of Khomeini, that said martyrdom is the highest purpose. These people aren't asleep. They are telling us they want to kill us. And so the idea that the Democrats will keep the Department of Homeland Security closed, it's as close to an act of treason as I can imagine.
Yeah.
All right, Congressman Randy Fine, great to have you with us this morning.
Yeah. So it is treasonous what they're doing.
Yusuf says, I am blessed and highly favored, and thank you. My dad got back from Iraq last month on the 11th before all these things escalated. Thank God he came back, but sad what's going on there.
Yeah.
Lose all are. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Lose
Glad.
all.
I don't know.
Lose all are. What does that mean?
Don't know. So glad he's back, definitely. Praise God for that.
And safe.
Yeah. Hegseth denies that the war is for regime change. We didn't start this war, but we're going to finish it, right? Iran is systematically targeting civilian homes to create panic, right? They're in other countries across Israel, they're targeting civilians purposefully.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't know
where are all the
Israel
protesters?
I didn't know Israel had that many skyscrapers and stuff. I didn't know their city was so beautiful.
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv is a very modern.
I have
big
always
city.
wanted to go to Tel Aviv. Around. Oh, I see. Lose all around. Oh, okay. I'm like, what? You said
It is a losing situation no matter what. Yeah.
Lose all around. I know. Yeah.
But yeah, Tel Aviv is a big modern city. Yeah.
I've looked at like prices of hotels and stuff like that in Tel Aviv, and they're comparable to what's going on here. You know, $300 a night hotels are nice hotels.
Yeah, I'd love to go back to Israel.
I would love to go to Tel Aviv.
You know, now is obviously not the time, but you know, maybe during the time of the forced peace, when there'll be 3.5 years of forced peace.
I would
first
love
half
that.
of the 7 years,
Let's
right?
go as a group.
Well, it'd be nice
Let's go
to
as a group.
and visit. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And then, of course, Hezbollah joins the war with overnight attack on Israel. You know, it's like I said, this is far from over. You know, it depends on the level of activity we see in the Iranian proxies and how far that goes.
I know.
And like I said, though, I see God moving in this. I see supernatural things that just, you know, I really think this is a pivotal event. I think that this is going to bring the peace treaty and war.
Yeah.
This is going to bring both peace and war and bring the end time finally to bring the final 7 years. Yeah. Hope so. I don't wish for war or death. but I want all this war and death and violence to be over with.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
want the end to come. I want the
Mhm.
final events to finally happen so Jesus can come and stop it all. That's what I want.
Yeah, because this is prophecy.
Yeah.
And we want prophecy to happen as quickly as possible so we can get to him coming back.
Yeah. And that's like Jesus said, you know, these things must come to pass.
Yeah.
It has to happen. And, you know, put the blame where it belongs, right? Blame the evil, wicked men that are perpetrating all of this evil and
Mhm.
violence. Yeah. IDF carries out a wave of strikes in Lebanon following the Hezbollah rocket attack. Yusuf, let's see. God is the only thing that's going to guide us through these matters and set correction to those who are against him. Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yes.
He's unfolding the biblical prophecies in front of our eyes, and we
Yeah,
are
I
close.
agree.
Amen, brother. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, continuing, this is what I was talking about last time. The Iranian TV station was hacked with a video. So the Iranian state TV was hacked and
Oh.
displayed the message of Trump and Netanyahu telling the people of Iran, we're doing this for you. Rise up.
Yes, rise up, take
Yeah.
back your country.
Yeah. Here's another video. The second video here shows an actual rocket strike in Jerusalem itself.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what, Jerusalem?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, in Jerusalem. So
It didn't do a lot of
But it-
damage, though, right?
But it's not going to be destroyed.
right. No, Jerusalem itself will never be destroyed.
Oh my God.
Here it comes. Yeah, that's what's going on right now in Israel. I mean, these are people that are just.
When was this?
This was
Yesterday?
yesterday, I believe, March 2nd.
Room
days ago.
6 on Jerusalem Highway.
Yeah. Yeah. And so these are people that are standing on a stairway and they're
Yeah.
watching all of this rocket activity going on, you know, and there was a rocket that went right by them right there. You know, this is what's going on in Israel with Iran is attacking big time. This is
Mhm.
not over. Iran is not done. And this is a ballistic missile strikes in Jerusalem. We're in 6. Israel struck the headquarters of the Iranian authorities who suppressed the protesters. So not only did they take out the group that was going to create another, you know, another leadership of Iran, they took out the headquarters of those that were stopping the protesters. So they're making way for the protesters to be able to come in and take over by taking out it's really military that are stopping them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Armageddon. What is that? Armageddon precursor.
Armageddon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But remember, Yusuf, Armageddon is not even a war, because Armageddon is going to be at the end of the wrath of God, at the end of the final 7 years, when God pours out his wrath. And Armageddon is the very last event where the Antichrist will be bringing the armies of the world that he controls down through Megiddo, the valley of Megiddo, to come into Israel and wipe her out as the stated goal of Islam, right? And they're going to, because during the wrath of God, for those few weeks that God is pouring out his wrath at the end of the final 7 years, the Muslims are going to say that Jesus appearing in the clouds of heaven is the Dajjal, the Islamic Antichrist. And they're going to be cursing him. And so they're going to say, well, God's mad at us because we have not wiped out Israel. And the Antichrist is going to bring the armies through Megiddo to wipe out Israel. And that's when Jesus finishes his descent from the clouds, touches down on the Mount of Olives, speaks a word, and wipes out the armies. It's not even going to be a battle. It's just going to be Jesus speaks a word and wipes them out. That's it. So that's the Armageddon that you're talking about. That's how it actually plays out. It's not even really a battle. But it does bring Jesus to finally finish his descent at the end of his wrath. And, that's why I say Jerusalem's never going to be destroyed, because they're going to be coming to wipe out Israel and destroy Jerusalem. And that's when Jesus says, no, and wipes them out. So, this I thought was just kind of cool. Israel co-opted an Iranian prayer app. So this app that they have on their mobile devices that they use to pray Muslim prayers, Israel took over that app and sent a mass notification urging defections from the Iranian regime. I think that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Yeah, I'm glad to help with that. That's one of the things, it's, I mean, I may be stretching the truth a bit, but I've noticed when I'm talking to Muslims, the ones that try to argue with me about Jesus and things like that, and even about prophecies, is that I seem to know more about Islamic prophecy than most Muslims do. It's kind of funny. I know more about their religion than they do, and more about their prophecy than they do. And it's kind of
just like Christians.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just
not
like
even Catholics know.
Christians that never read their Bible, they're completely, utterly deluded by lies from the church. That the prophecy that they're taught is just garbage. It's not even going to happen that way at all. And they really don't even understand their own religion. And it's the same with Muslims. Whatever imam was teaching them, is the stuff that they know.
Yeah, it's typical.
And it's just, yeah.
And they don't care. They honestly don't care if they're being lied to. They don't want to know. They're comfy.
Yeah, the churchians, yeah.
Yeah, they're
the
comfy.
Deceived Christians, yeah. Yeah. It's sad. But if you really love the Lord, you're going to want to know his truth. And that's how you can really tell the difference between a true Christian and a false Christian is, do they love the Lord? And if they really love the Lord, it's going to be evident in everything they do. Their fruits, as Jesus said. This is the one that I was talking about earlier. The Iraqi Kurds have launched a full-scale ground invasion into Iran. This is just happening right now. So they're actually, thousands are moving in from Iraq into Iran to help with this.
To help Iran?
To help us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. 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 And then this is they make some really good points in this.
I like Gordon Chang.
And what he talks about in this is why all roads lead to China. But it's the whole thing, the whole real truth behind this in a nutshell is that, China is in everything. China is heavily invested in Iran. I mean, they've been supplying money and weapons and lots of things to Iran. They're very heavily invested in. And so the thing here is, you know, and one of the things that he talks about is Trump. You have to understand this three-dimensional chess that Trump is playing right now. Because we went into Venezuela. And why? Why? Because Venezuela was selling oil to China at a very low rate, selling them cheap gas. And China is moving into South America in many places, establishing outposts and bases and getting close to America that way, just like Cuba, Venezuela, all over South America. And China is very heavily invested in Iran because Iran was also selling oil to China. And when you put Iran and Venezuela together, that's a very significant amount of the oil that China was purchasing from the rest of the world. So this is a huge, yeah.
He's laughing at me.
I know. Huh. But this is really,
Oh,
this is a big deal for China. And that's why we're waiting to see what China is going to do, because they're suddenly going to lose it. I mean, we're talking like 25% of the oil that China buys was from Iran and Venezuela. And so taking that out, when you think about what Trump's real agenda is here, it's not just for one thing. It's not just he took out Khomeini before Khomeini got him. It's not just to free the people of Iran. It's not just to help the world. It's also because we're literally at war with China without actually firing any bullets. We're definitely at war with China already. And so when we see what Trump is doing, and now what he said is his next target is Cuba.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's taking out all of the communist nations around us, and the ones that are helping, you know, Iran was a big ally of China, you know, so he's weakening China's ability to get close to us, to operate. And this is really what the thing that struck me on what he was talking about, you know, is that this really seems like Trump's true agenda is showing here. Is it's all about China. Has nothing to do with Iran or Venezuela or Cuba. It's all about stopping China. Yeah.
Yusuf says, y'all crack me up.
So have you guys heard anything on Greenland? I mean, all of a sudden that just...
I haven't heard anything.
Well, it's just on hold for right now. I mean,
I haven't heard anything.
Trump's kind of busy.
It's not big news. I mean, they might still be working towards, the last I heard was that they were still, you know, working towards purchasing Greenland, right? I mean, and basically moving in there. So
I think that's and he wants to build the Iron Dome.
Yeah.
He wants to build
the Golden Dome.
Golden Dome.
Yeah.
He wants to, that's what he wants to do in Greenland.
Yeah, and Greenland is very strategic for our defense.
Oh, the liberals.
Because it's right up there to the northeast.
Well, not liberals,
right?
The Democrats are just so, every move he makes, they don't see that he's just strategizing.
Yeah. Well, they hate it because they work for the secret society.
Yeah.
Everything that they have done and achieved is being totally obliterated by Trump. In fact, you really
have to shake them really hard and say, "Wake up!"
Well, they're awake. They're just enjoying the dollars that they're getting in their pockets for doing what they're told. They're not. Some of them are deceived. Some of them are threatened and blackmailed. But you know, most of them are just, they've been bought and so many of them are bought so easily. Yeah, it's sad.
Hey, Yusuf, you missed last Sunday. Was it last Sunday or two Bible studies ago, I guess, where Diane was talking about like she's really going to reach out to President Trump.
I'm going to try and get in touch with him.
and have him. And you really missed that. That was so funny. I was laughing.
Up.
Oh, you would have been cracking. I was laughing when Bible study was over. I was still laughing to myself. It was so funny. It was so funny. She's gonna call him.
This whole idea of China and Trump's true agenda. You know, when you look at South America and how China has been moving in there slowly but surely, taking over territories and just moving in. It's kind of like the canal, right? They were trying to take over the canal. It's like, no, you're not going to take that over. Yeah. And so I really think that he might be onto something. That this is all about stopping China.
Yeah, Gordon.
He did an interview with Barbara Walters back in 1980 about Iran, and he was saying back then they should not have any nuclear weapons.
I know. I saw that interview, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the news recently. Yeah. He has not changed his tune about that at all.
No, everybody else is, but he's still the same.
Yeah,
I think it was.
So that should tell you something. You know, God doesn't change. He's consistent all the time. So maybe there's something there. We got to talk to Trump. Talk to him about God.
Get a hold of him.
Hello?
I would love to spend as much time as I could talking to him. So, and then here's Netanyahu saying Iran will be quick and decisive, not endless. Well, we'll see how quick and decisive it ends up being, because Trump's now saying a few weeks. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully they'll take out enough of the regime where the people of Iran can actually take over, maybe bring the Shah, or the crown prince back, and establish a new government there. You know, that would be great for Iran and for, and it would, it would at least stall China before they can get back in there and with their bribes and all that. It would at least give us, a little reprieve. So, Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever.
That's
Amen.
Right.
Trump denies that Israel pressured us. He said, I might have forced Israel's hands.
Yeah, nobody's going to tell Trump what he needs to do. Come on.
He makes his own decisions. We all know that.
Yeah. He's pretty stubborn about stuff.
And then there were 3 F-15s that were shot down over Kuwait by the Kuwait Air Defense, because they didn't realize it was
their own
Allied forces. But all 6 of the crew were fine. And it's like, this is so cool. It's like one of the pilots that on the ground, and the people of Kuwait are coming up. Oh, are you okay?
They survived.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. I was watching Gutfeld today, and he says, if you want to get Trump to do something, just tell him that nobody else has ever done it before.
That's what he always says. It's never been done ever before, he says. Never like.
Yeah.
I know.
So when I talk to him, I'm going to say, we have never talked to a U.S. president before. This is the first time. And we have so much valuable information for you. You guys are not going to believe me when I get him on the phone.
Probably not.
I'll just be praying for God to give me the words that will speak.
I'll be in the background like,
And then this was kind of interesting that Trump is considering arming militias to topple the Iranian regime. So isn't this what we've done in Muslim countries before? giving one side weapons to take out the other side, and then the side that we gave weapons becomes our enemy. Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we learned any lessons? I hope he doesn't do that. I really hope
Do you
not.
think maybe it's saber rattling?
By Trump?
Yeah. No.
I don't know. Trump plays chess,
I don't know.
and we don't really know what he's doing until after.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't you remember when he just waltzed right over the DMZ?
I know.
Just waltzed right in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man,
That's the president. That's
that
the
man
president.
has got some gonads, I'll tell you. So, and then this is really such a sad truth that the modern Western church characterizes Jesus as this easy peasy, happy-go-lucky hippie dude that tolerates everything. And that is such a vile, despicable
Yeah.
lie, mischaracterization of our Lord and our God. Big time. I hate it. I hate the church of today.
Yeah.
It's the devil's. It's the den of the devil. It really is.
Mhm.
And then this, I'm going to play a little bit of this too.
Wait a minute, can I just read this real quick of Yusuf before we get off the subject? Because
Oh.
he said he likes the buttering up and being first and everything. If you ain't first, you're last. That's so funny, brother. I was literally going to say he plays chess
And we see checkers.
see checkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
really
right.
good at it. Yeah.
We see checkers and everybody is being like that. Like, it's only been a year. Alex is like, it's been 15 months or whatever. I'm like, no, just give him time. It's all, I know it's 25% of his presidency, but it's
I
been
know.
a year.
It's only been a year. And look what he's
Let's
done in a
just
year.
Take
Yeah.
a deep breath.
Seems
The
like it's
man
been
plays
2 years.
chess. We see checkers.
Yeah. And Jesus absolutely hates sin.
He's
And
angry at the-
at the
yeah.
wicked. Absolutely. And we who love the Lord hate evil, as it says
Yes.
in the scriptures. Yeah.
He gets angry at us when we should know better.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
And forgive me for the words on this.
I
But-
saw that. I was like, did you see that?
yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, forgive me for the language, but I felt it was good
Appropriate.
enough to play this starting at 2 minutes. You'll see what I mean.
Oh,
This is AOC's former climate activists
oh, yeah.
talking about how just totally so dumb they are. Yeah, just listen. So I got to stop it because I'm going.
You slipping some.
I'm going to go to 2 minutes. Go to 2 minutes. Yeah. This is where she gets into what I want you to hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's because if they're afraid, they're going to change their habits. When I was in the climate movement, I got my identity from being a good person and from being on the right side of history. And so I identified with that. And so good people don't question the climate movement. You know, good people don't listen to fossil fuel shills or defend fossil fuels. Good people don't question the climate narrative. And so this identity of being good, and I talked a little bit about this idea of atoning, right? Because everyone's obsessed with the white privilege and everything. And I'm realizing like, oh my gosh, I'm an oppressor by being a white woman from America. And so I need to atone for my sins by pushing and being part of this movement. And that is what makes me good. And so if I'm going to leave this, I'm no longer going to be seen as good and I'm no longer a good person. So who am I? And then that's when you have to start doing the work of building up yourself.
And that's that unfortunately is the true mindset of a lot of these people that are so utterly deceived and they're stuck in that cognitive dissonance where they've got to be this good person, and so they can't believe in any other stuff that people are saying. They're stuck in this rut that of lies, but they don't even know it.
And it is a movement.
Yeah.
It is a movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's very purposeful.
Yeah.
The secret society, have very purposefully deceived and brainwashed these people into thinking that way. Yeah, it's very purposeful. Yeah. And then all over the United States, in mosques all over this country, they're eulogizing Khomeini as a great leader. I think it was even the New York Times that, we're depicting Khomeini as this great man. And, it's like, are you serious?
I think it's pronounced
Khomeini.
No, you don't pronounce the K.
Oh.
So it's hominy,
Okay.
like hominy grits.
Okay.
Hominy.
Hominy grits.
Hominy.
Oh,
No,
Oh.
that's this this lady that's Iranian.
An Iranian woman. Yeah. She said that's how you pronounce it.
What's her name? Matzi?
Yeah, I really don't care.
Oh,
I know
okay.
you do. You're the pronunciation police.
I'm a
but I don't
pronunciation
care.
police. They identified themselves with that agenda and lost that vision of what's truth, and they govern themselves in the lie and deception that is propagated to them. They eat it up. They'll see one day.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a great way of articulating that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that makes me sad.
U.S. students expressing support for Iran and calling for what? Death to America.
Okay, get them out.
They
Ship
should
them
take
home.
those people and ship them over to Iran. Say,
Let's
okay,
send them to
you're
Iran.
for
Exactly.
Yes.
There you
Iran,
go.
live there.
I think you want to support Iran, you need to go to Iran.
Yeah, go there.
Right.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous. And then this is just another, the whole war on Christianity, and how people are brainwashed in that, the white Christian is the enemy. And this is just, listen to this argument that this person
Oh,
says.
Khomeini.
Listen to this.
Khomeini. Okay, good.
Yeah.
When was the last time a transgender individual has harmed you in the same way that a schizophrenic killer has done so? You cannot.
Have you seen the
So listen to what he says that she totally ignores.
Mm-hmm.
videos of the transgender shooters that have shot up a Catholic school just a few weeks ago?
If I'm
and here in
corrected-
Nashville.
If I'm corrected, who shot a certain late politician? It was a straight white MAGA.
Who was dating what? A
I
transgender furry.
how does that, because that guy is not transgender. If it was a choice, then why isn't he transgender?
What? So the thing.
No, I want to.
She's ignoring.
Did you notice he's like, what? Because her argument is just ridiculous.
It's stupid.
And
It
she's
just
ignoring
doesn't
the
make
fact-
sense.
And she's ignoring that the transgenders are the shooters of late. And even the one that she's pointing out that shot the politician was living with a furry. So, but then it's just like, what
Why
in
did
the
we-
world?
Why did
It's hard
we
to talk
have
to
that?
people anymore. I just stay to myself.
Why didn't we have that? We had the smokers. When we
What?
were in school, We didn't have furries, and we
Oh,
didn't
you
have
had-
all
you had
these
the
weirdo.
potheads.
We had the potheads, and we had the jocks and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like we
Yeah,
were
pretty much.
We
Yeah.
lived such a boring high school.
Well,
Yay.
I would
Time.
rather. I bet you these kids
I'm being facetious.
today would love to have what we had instead of this garbage.
Yeah. It's Khomeini.
Okay.
Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's what I wanted to show you in that video. It's the lunacy. These people are so caught up in that. And, just like Yusuf said, that they're lost. They're lost in the lie and deception, and just lost in the vision of what's truth, and govern themselves on this lie. It's really just a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
And
exhausting.
They think they're
It is
standing up
exhausting.
for good and for truth. And it's like, huh?
So,
How do you think that's good and true? But they really do. They believe it.
This sounds like complete nonsense trying to be
Yeah.
yoked up. What is that? Sounds awful.
Yeah. We're all one in Christ. That's why I keep saying, there's no such thing as race. This whole racism, race war stuff is ridiculous. We are all human beings. We're all part of the human race.
Yeah.
A black dog doesn't go to a white dog and go, "Roof, you're white."
Dogs don't care.
Woof.
They don't care.
And it's like, why do we care so much about whether your skin is a different hue than mine? Who cares? We're human beings. It's ridiculous. And the lying wonders of Satan has the world literally insane.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, we have to realize that everything that's going on, all of this insanity really is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lying wonders of Satan that they have fallen for lock, stock, and barrel.
It felt like people just had more common sense years ago, Now it's not common. Well, I just call
Now
it
it's
good
rare
sense.
sense.
It's good sense,
Yeah.
not common. It
And
used
it's
to be
rare.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Like, this is not new ridiculous spouting of nonsense from Tucker Carlson. I've heard this many times in the past. These people saying that the Jews in Israel aren't really Jews. They're fake. And it's like, oh my
Who's saying
gosh,
that? Tucker?
Yeah.
Not Huckabee, because
He obviously doesn't know what he's
No, that's-
talking
is it
about.
This is Huckabee refuting Tucker.
well,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
even
know.
the people that he claims to be on their side, they don't want to have nothing to do with them.
It's
He's
just
just
so
not.
it's so utterly
Who, Tucker?
ridiculous.
Oh.
This man, Tucker Carlson, is so consumed by the lies of Satan that he's just Satan might as well have him on his hand as a puppeteer, and he's just moving him around and speaking, and he is so
Satan doesn't bother with him because he knows he's already got him.
yeah. I mean, it's so utterly ridiculous, the stuff that he's spouting these days. Oh my God.
Prince of Power, the air. It's complacent common these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
And then
Maine.
this was actually in Virginia. A mosque in Virginia, 30 miles literally from the White House, is calling Iran's Khomeini our leader.
Khomeini.
I don't care, that dude. Our leader.
I'm just
the old
saying.
guy.
Hold up. You're here in the United States.
Yeah.
Iran's leader is not our leader.
No.
We need to deport all of these people.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of them. Just go move to Iran. Fine.
30
Bye.
miles from the White House.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just, and this, you know, this is
Line
what
up.
is happening in the United States. This is the attack from within that has been accelerated hugely by the invaders that came across our border during the Biden regime. Millions and millions of Muslims who are going to these mosques.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the bottom of that is
Potluck.
potluck after.
Potluck.
They're
They're going to have a potluck. Yeah.
6 p.m. potluck after.
Yeah. Yeah.
They must have got that from the Baptist church because they love having potluck.
Oh boy.
I know it.
And then here in none other than Dearborn, Michigan,
Of course.
we're going to continue on the path of whatever, Khomeini, and teach it to our children and grandchildren. This is exactly what they're doing.
Yes,
this is exactly
they are.
how they're defeating our country, by invading from within and converting everyone to Islam.
Yusuf is having
Yeah,
a
this woman on the news, she was saying that from the time she was really, really little, she was always taught to hate America.
Yeah.
And she obviously doesn't, because she doesn't believe in their stuff. But she said, yeah, it's taught when they're real little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To hate Jews and hate America. and hate
Yusuf has the
Christians.
kick.
Yeah.
His head. Yusuf has the giggles.
Can't stop laughing.
He can't stop laughing at us.
I'm glad we're entertaining.
Yeah, we usually aren't. So be happy that you showed up when we just happened to be a little entertaining.
It could be just me here lecturing and be so boring. So.
It was, you need us. Mom,
And then none other
Ma'am Danny.
Mom Donnie denouncing Trump for joining Israel in the attack on Iran.
Of
What?
course.
You know,
He doesn't like Trump now?
well, he's never liked
He's
Trump.
never liked Trump.
Oh,
He only
he
pretended.
He
sucks
was
up
at the
to
White
Trump.
House and Trump was saying he's such a nice guy.
Well, you know what he's doing,
Trump
right?
just says
He's
stuff like
smiling to his face and being all respectful. At the same time, he hates him.
that. Well,
Oh, you had me worried there. I'm so glad. So we don't have to try and get him against Mom Donnie.
Del Monte, like
Del
peaches.
Monte.
Peaches. Del Monte.
Oh,
Like peaches and
Monte
pears.
peaches.
Fruit cocktail. Del Monte.
And then
I like Chloe
this is
Cole.
just such awesome news.
Yeah.
You know, we heard about a
Hey.
lawsuit that was won, and doctors are now refusing to do these minor surgeries on minors. And
Mhm.
Chloe Cole's lawsuit
really-
going to the courts. I'm really
Woo.
glad they're doing this, because this will
Potluck.
stop them from destroying our children. Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Potluck iftar.
I know it wasn't.
It wasn't after, it was iftar.
iftar.
It must have been like an accent.
Potluck
Potluck
iftar.
iftar.
Potluck iftar.
That's how they. It's an accent. They spelled it like an accent. Potluck
I think
iftar.
it just looked like it was spelled that way, but it wasn't.
Start
I'm going to
signing
start
off with
signing
that.
off with that. The
Potluck
end of
iftar.
things. If the potluck iftar.
What
Yeah.
look is the?
Potluck iftar.
we would just have so much fun.
We would have
together,
so much
Yusuf.
fun,
Yeah.
Yusuf. Come on.
Yeah. So this is literally how people read the Bible. So many places they do this. All right. Now this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will,
Yeah.
he hears us, but they leave that part out. Now, if we
Yeah.
ask anything, he hears us. He's going to give us all the things that we want.
Did you get this one for me?
Yes, I stole it from you purposefully.
He is a meme thief.
Yes, I am.
You're a meme thief.
Yeah.
See me
Well,
if during the
you
show.
complained at the last live that I hadn't stolen any of your
Yeah,
memes,
that's
so I had
true.
to steal
Yeah.
one of yours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
now you got
specifically
it.
went to your godly woman, godly wife, and
Oh,
found a couple.
okay. Godly woman, godly.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she's
you've
got-
always got
she's
good
got a
ones
lot
to
of-
share there. So yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot.
But yeah, this is, I mean, literally, people will quote this verse and leave that part out.
They
I
do that a
know.
lot.
You know, it's according to his, if we ask according to his will. Why don't people get that? It's like, you know, all things work together for good
I was just thinking of that.
to them that love God
And are
according
called.
to his purpose.
It has to be his will.
Oh my gosh, it's the churchianity garbage is just so insane. It really is. It's like as insane as the woke left, really.
Just, yeah.
You know, it's just
Just
a
calling
different
it
type of
religion.
insanity. Yeah.
It's a different kind of religion.
You
It's
gotta
just,
talk a different language with them, with people
yeah,
today.
it's ridiculous. But they love it. That's what they want, right? And then this
Yeah.
this I also stole from you. And so, you know, this says she, but that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
we can replace she with he. Fine. I would rather hear the world say she is taking this Jesus thing too seriously
I might have got that from Joe.
than to hear depart from me. I never knew you.
Mhm.
Because what did Jesus
Yeah,
say?
right.
Many will come to him in that day saying, Lord, Lord,
I think
don't you know who I am? And he's going to say, I don't know you.
I think I got this one from Jody.
And it's, you know,
Has to be in the Lord. Yes.
why do people not take this seriously? You know, people, oh, you're a Bible thumper. You're a Jesus freak. You know, you're taking this thing way too far. You know, what are you trying to buy your way into heaven? You know, they shout so many ridiculous things at you when all you want to do is love the Lord and be obedient to him and please him because you love him. And they'll just shout all kinds of obscenities at you from your church. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm really, you know, churchianity is one of the Satan's greatest tools to utterly deceive the world. And I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love God and I love the truth and I love all of you. And that's why we're here. Because we love you and we want to dispel the lies of Satan and encourage you to read your Bible and learn the truth for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have more to say on Sunday. I'm sure, you know, the next 72 hours really is going to show us a lot about where this whole thing in Iran is going to go. So by Sunday, I should have hopefully some relevant news. So let me pray real quick and we'll say goodbye and we'll see you then. So, thank you, Lord, for everything you've done, everything you're doing, and everything you're about to do. Blessed be the name of Jesus, Yeshua, my Lord and my God. Amen.
Amen. Yusuf and Jody.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Appreciate
here.
the chats.
Love you guys.
It's been fun.
Love you.
It's been a blast, literally.
Jody says it could have been her meme. She loses track of what she shares. I think I did get it from her. I stole it from Jody and then
So don't talk about him.
oh yes, and I did. I
From
did get it from
you.
Jody because I was thinking I'm gonna put that on my Godly Woman page.
Cool. So,
Cool.
prelude to what you're about.
So, on that note, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Rumble. Go to the website videos.prophecyandtruth.com. Videos.prophecyandtruth.com. And sign up for the newsletter. Sign up for getting videos. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any great uploads. And share this show with everybody you've ever known in your life. Yusuf says, amen. And God is gracious on everyone. Love you. Love you too.
Brother.
I like that. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Jody says, amen. Thank you guys who study. Love you. Love you too, Jody.
Love you too, Jody.
It was nice to see Jody last week, but she's home now. So,
And we love you, Diane. Appreciate you.
Yes.
I
Thank
love
for
you.
being here
love
with us.
you, sissy.
Our live stream would not be the same without you.
She gets to work early in the morning, so she sits and sends me these little audio messages like, oh, I was watching the news this morning. And she was, we were singing Elton John songs to each other. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody.
And thank you, Diane.
Sissy Pooh. Yusuf, love you. Okay, we're getting off now.
All right. Love you all.
See you,
We'll see you Sunday.
on
See you.